Hier in dit landje worden homo's nog geregeld aangesproken op hun geaardheid of zelfs in elkaar geslagen, zoals in Brussel afgelopen juni. Maar in Afrika hebben homo's het pas echt lastig. Daar is homoseksualiteit zelfs vaak bij wet verboden. Bijvoorbeeld in Oeganda, dat bekend staat als het slechtste land ter wereld voor homo's. De Britse radio-dj Scott Mills, zelf homo, gaat naar Oeganda om de anti-homo-wet uit te testen. En jawel, homo's hebben het er heel erg te verduren.
This is me, doing what I do best. I've spent years in clubs. The music, the lights, the atmosphere. I love it. And the thing about most places I go is it doesn't matter who you are, straight, gay, it's just not an issue. But what would it be like if being gay was an issue? Up until the late 60s, homosexuality in the UK was illegal, and being openly gay could get you imprisoned, fired from your job, and regularly attacked. And although things still aren't perfect, we've come a long way. But in other parts of the world, homosexuals are still hated and discriminated against. A wave of intense homophobia is washing across Africa, where homosexuality is already illegal in 37 countries. People are being tortured, raped, and imprisoned just for being gay. It's in Uganda, though, where things are really hotting up. Homosexuality is already illegal, but a new bill's been proposed that'll seriously ramp up the punishments for being gay. Anyone convicted of having gay sex will be sentenced to life imprisonment. And if you have gay sex more than once, you can be executed. I've never really been involved with gay rights, but the way things are in Africa made me want to get out there and see what's really going on. Before flying out though, I was keen to hear firsthand from someone who knows what it's like. So headed down to Portsmouth, where he's based, which just happens to be round the corner from where I grew up. First school, first radio job, first boyfriend, it all happened in this area, and it's where I first came out. But growing up here and being gay wasn't an issue for me at all. The same can't be said for John Nyumbi, who was so persecuted he fled Uganda and now lives in the UK.
They came around, they arrested some of the gay guys, they were taken to police, beaten up really badly, and then they had to ask them to mention all the names of the people whom they know that they are gay.
So did they torture them until they gave the names?
Yes, they did. And the names they gave was, my name was included.
Listening to John made me realise just what a dangerous place Uganda is for someone like me.
I'm quite worried about some of the people I'm going to meet, because some of them are blatantly proper anti. So that's...
Is this safe though?
Is it safe?
Will you be in danger?
There will be some danger, absolutely, because people there have been known to be like tortured for it.
That's not going to happen to you.
Scott, is this like our last drink with you?
No. Oh, I hope not. Yes, hey.
They might have big
yeah. Another one, please.
But in the cold light of day, my trip's you. And as I headed to the airport, I had to ask myself, as a gay guy, why was I going to a country where just being myself could get me beaten up, arrested, or even killed? And then I was here, in the vibrant heart of Africa, Uganda, home to around 33 million people, the majority of whom think homosexuality is an abomination.
I've never been to a city this crazy in my life, I'm telling you. It's just a full-on assault on your senses. You've got the matatus, which are the buses, which take people everywhere. If you don't want to take a matatu, you take a boda boda, which are the motorbikes. There's just people and music and smells, and it's just mental.
It seemed a really cool and friendly place, although I wondered if the vibe would change if they knew I was gay. Not that I was planning to tell anyone, unless they were gay too.
What do you think of homosexuals?
I hate that. I hate that in myself. I hate homosexuals. Those people should be arrested.
So what do you think should happen to gay people? What should the government do with them?
They should put them in prison for life. Others should be killed. Everything bad should be done to those people.
You think they should be killed?
Yeah.
But you were approached to be gay?
Yes, I was asked to be gay and I refused. That's the truth. Just because I know that it's not acceptable. In Christ, it's not acceptable according to the Bible.
I wish I had the right. I would have killed them.
Killed them?
Yeah, it's unfair. How can you get married to your friend man?
Do you think they should be killed?
Yes. No, what do you think is
Okay, this place really is homophobic. Everyone's saying exactly the same thing. I didn't think it was going to be this bad, but it is.
All this talk about killing homosexuals wasn't helping my nerves, but even here, there's still a few people who refuse to give in.
Is this the only place that you feel safe in Kampala?
Yeah, so far is the only place. Okay, there's another place that has started, but it hasn't really caught fire yet. But this is
to
one
other
of the
places, we are somehow harassed, we are somehow abused, like that. We are somehow taken away. Some are beaten.
Everyone I spoke to was worried about the situation outside the relative safety of the bar.
To be a gay person in Uganda, what's it like?
on my side, it's tough. Because I want to get freedom, but it's difficult.
In England, like it's so easy you can be gay. It's everywhere is allowed, okay, but not here so much.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Are you gay too?
I wanted to find out more about some of the guys I met at the tea cozy. So headed over to where they lived, a place called Boise. It's here that I arranged to meet Joseph and his friends. He told me to follow him, but was very nervous about the camera.
Don't shoot. No.
The area is very homophobic, and the last thing he wanted was to draw attention to himself. As we walked through the maze of decaying shacks and stinking drains, it shocked me how desperate the conditions were. But because they've been disowned by their families, thrown out of their homes, and nobody will employ them, dangerous as it is for gays, this is the only place they can find to live. The slum is for the poor, the bottom of society, and that's where you are if you're gay.
So how many people live in this room?
Okay, we are 5 here. 2 are sleeping there, 1 here, and 1 down with that mattress there. We don't have blankets. We are having only that one blanket, and others we are using those bed sheets there, which are not enough.
And most can't even turn to their relatives for help.
How many people here have been disowned by their families, and your family doesn't want to see you anymore?
Yeah.
And then that lady, lesbian.
Everybody?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
The people in the road
area.
Yeah, it's the area. Like me is the monster because of that I'm a gay.
Even my parents, even if I call them, they cannot pick my phone. Even if I call my sisters, they hate me. Even my brothers, even my family, any of my family member. So the only family I have are these ones you are seeing here. We feel so sorry to have to that they cannot accept us because that's what we are. We are gays. We are born gays. We shall live gays and we shall die gays.
Well, that was an experience, going to Boise today to see Joseph and his friends. I've never seen anything like that before. The shit, the filth, like babies falling in the shit, like the smell in their room. It was just unbelievable. And the idea that they have to live there because they're gay because it's the safest place, relatively, is just awful. If you want to see like what homophobia does, then just go there, because God, just horrendous.
The ongoing prejudice and homophobia in Uganda is stoked by the newspapers, which regularly run stories vilifying and humiliating gays. I know the papers in the UK can be vicious, but there's no way they would contemplate or legally get away with printing what the papers in Uganda have been. Right, so this is the Rolling Stone, the latest edition, which came out only a week or so ago, and with a whole list of people's names outing them as gays. It's not just them, though. This is a paper called The Onion. They're exposing more gay people on the front page again. And this is the latest one. This is Red Pepper, who actually started all this a few years ago, and they're still at it. This is somebody called Stosh, and if you look at the bottom, do you know stuff about Stosh and where she lives? Call us. It's a complete witch hunt. It makes me angry. I wanted to meet Giles Muhami, managing editor of the Rolling Stone. He'd been warned about a BBC crew in town and was very twitchy, but after numerous phone calls and waiting around, he agreed to meet us.
Giles? Hello, Scott. How are you? Where do you get the information about the people that you decide to out in the newspaper?
We carried out an investigation for 1 year. We infiltrated their circles. We compiled information from ex-homosexuals. We have so far published about 29 pictures or so.
But is it right that those people have to live in fear now because of what you've printed?
They are telling lies.
So if your name was in the paper, are you telling me that you wouldn't be scared?
I wouldn't be scared.
Are you policing homosexuality?
We are not policing, but we are assisting police to do their work.
What gives you the right to do that?
Because as a newspaper, if you know there is evil here, you ignore the right of privacy and smoke out the people so that you can save lives. Homosexuality is very, very dangerous. It reduces one's lifespan by 24 years.
And that's a proven fact?
It's a proven fact.
The Rolling Stone is right behind the proposed anti-homosexuality bill. In particular, the clause saying that in some instances, they should be killed.
You're putting it on the front page of your newspaper that they're bad people and they should be hung.
You see, what they're doing is wrong. So whatever happens to them, the newspaper will never even feel any way bothered.
You don't care?
We do not care. Because what they're doing is not acceptable in society. It's not. We are exposing them. We know there is a cost, there is a price to pay for that. But in the long run, the public will benefit. And that's why the newspaper is there, to serve the interests of the public.
Met Giles today from the Rolling Stone newspaper. I've never met anybody with such absolute hate in their heart for gay people. It's something I've never seen before. But at the same time, he's strangely charming. He's like the silent assassin, do you know what I mean? He's smiling as he kills you. Scary though, because, you know, every day on the front page of his paper, even though it's a small circulation, he'll put homos this, homos that, homos have done this, and it's just whipping up a frenzy of hate, which, you know, I can see why living here and being gay, you'd be really scared. They're going to, you know, put your picture in the paper, put where you live. No one deserves that.
But some people named have fought back. David Kato, who our crew filmed with before I arrived in Uganda, was an activist who won a court case forcing the Rolling Stone to stop printing names. A couple of months later, David was beaten to death in his home with a hammer. Police say he wasn't attacked because he was gay, but his friends aren't convinced. Another person named by the Rolling Stone is a woman called Stosh, who's been outed as a lesbian. She's currently in hiding after being forced out of her old house by a stone-throwing mob.
She has agreed to meet and talk with us on camera, but there's no way we can be spotted going in, so we're going to have to crouch down in a minute so we don't get spotted. Obviously, if they see us,
then someone might start asking questions, and then who knows what happened to her.
We're almost here now, but you have to stay down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming down the road now.
I was pleased to get inside the house without being seen, especially as I could see that Stosh was very nervous. Looking round her bare room, it seemed that Stosh, rather than her attackers, was being punished for what had happened.
It's like a prison, you see, with the gate and the glass and the walls, bars on the window. It's pretty grim.
I wanted to see where Stosh had been hounded out from, and she bravely agreed to come with us. Although she was clearly scared to go back, and told us there was no way she was getting out of the van.
It started at the internet cafe behind there.
So you were in the internet cafe?
Yeah.
And then people were pointing at you?
Yeah. I'm saying he's the one. He's the one.
The one in the paper?
Yeah. And then I came after leaving the cafe, because of the shop. That shop there.
In that shop?
Yeah. And I asked for cigarettes. And then the lady told me I don't sell cigarettes to people like you. I'm like, why? It's like,
So Stosh, what's next for you?
You can't stop people from harassing you when they want. But what I know is that in the place I am, at least nobody will just start harassing me. Because everybody minds their business, everybody is doing their own stuff. So I'll hang on. It's my life. Because what I know is that I'm not going to be scared away from that place again.
This attack is only the latest Stosh has had to endure because she's gay. She wanted to show me her childhood home where, as a teenager, she learned for the first time what being gay in Uganda can really mean.
Before, we would come play hide and seek from the wall, then we run, come and hide this side. It never used to be something serious. But as a child, you're attracted to someone of the same sex.
So you found yourself being attracted to girls for the first time?
Yeah. And I was a child.
Stosh attracted the attention of a gardener who noticed she was different from her female cousins.
But this guy would be monitoring what I used to be doing with my cousin sisters. So one time he told me, you know what? I really want to teach you how to play with boys, not with girls. I didn't take it serious until the day, because there was nobody here, and
Tell me what happened.
What happened is that this guy, he comes from the other gate. Then all of a sudden he just held me. He put his hand here. And he just opened my shorts and put his dick inside me. I was a tender person at that time. And that's how it is. So he was trying to teach me how to sleep with men.
Okay.
Sorry.
Stosh became pregnant and was infected with HIV, and as a result, she tried to commit suicide. One of the main drivers of this anti-gay propaganda is the church, which since the time of the first missionaries has been preaching the idea that homosexuality is an abomination and an evil. Recently, this preaching is intensified as influence and money from American evangelists has energized Ugandan pastors in their crusade to victimize and punish the gay community. One of the most active is Solomon Male, who claims he was first to openly come out against gays.
Hello.
Yes.
Pastor Marley, how are you?
Okay.
Can we go outside?
It's okay.
Have a chat on your balcony? Let's do it. Okay.
Pastor Marley, can you explain to me what is so bad about being homosexual?
What they're doing is unethical. What they're doing is a problem. What they're doing is health-wise a hazard. It's morally incomprehensible and abominable. Pedophiles target young people, okay? That is minors. Gays, some of them consent, but some of them go for the young people.
Gay people are as bad as pedophiles.
Of course. Of course. They claim to love, yet they cause hurt.
You don't believe that people can love each other of the same sex?
You see,
not possible.
It is beyond human imagination that people of the same kind can love each other. They cannot.
It was at this point he offered a challenge I couldn't refuse.
I just want one homosexual, brilliant enough, in Britain or America or the whole world to come and face me. We face off each other. And he tells me when he started realizing that he was actually gay. Because they are lying.
I believe that I was born gay.
Are you a gay? You are gay. Since
as far as I can remember.
Now, tell me this. Have you ever had any woman?
No.
How many men have you had?
How many men? Oh, I couldn't count.
Many?
Oh, yeah.
You've had many? More than 10?
Yeah.
More than 20?
Yeah.
50?
Yeah.
So you don't love?
Yeah. I haven't had as many as I told you, by the way. Yeah, go on.
You don't love?
I do love.
So it's ganging?
I do love.
It's reckless?
It's not like I've been philandering myself everywhere and carousing.
One comes, another comes,
no,
another comes.
Like that.
Do you see? It's
reckless.
Reckless.
Not like that. Straight relationships work out, gay relationships work out, or they don't.
You put it into your heart, into your mind that I think, and now you believe it. You've got to say that to deceive other people because you want so many people to come to your ranks.
I don't want anyone to come to my ranks. I'm not recruiting people. It's just the way I am.
Look, don't fool the world.
I'm not fooling
the world.
And
don't fool Ugandans.
Oh my God.
My brother, my son.
Oh my God.
Okay? Okay? You were not born a gay.
Okay.
You were born a man with a penis.
Yes, that's right.
Okay? And with ananas.
Yes,
the
I believe
anus
so.
was for defecation and the penis was for urination.
Okay, yeah, we've been through
and of course,
can we agree to disagree on this?
You cannot convince me.
That's clear. Well, it's been good to have this healthy debate with you today. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now, you're a homosexual. We've met. Yeah. Have I killed you?
Not yet, no. Are you going to now?
No. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this, okay? I was saying
Normally, I would ignore people like Pastor Marley, but in Uganda, I can't, because it's their views that are shaping the law. At the moment, people are arrested and jailed for being gay, and many complain of being beaten. But if the anti-gay bill is passed, it's only going to get worse. The bill includes the death penalty for consenting adults who are serial offenders, life imprisonment for intimate touching, and jail for anyone, including friends and family, who don't turn gay people in. I was nearing the end of my time in Uganda, but there was still one person I had to meet. And for someone like me, he was probably the most dangerous man in the country. Ugandan MP David Bahati, the man behind the anti-homosexuality bill. He's been demonised by the international community for proposing it, but applauded by his own countrymen, with 95% of Ugandans supporting some form of anti-gay law. The idea was to film him within the Parliament building. But at the last minute, we were told to leave, so had to hastily reconvene on the grass outside. Could you describe this bill as homophobic?
I would describe it as a wonderful piece of legislation that will help those who are involved in this behavior but also those who would, and protect those who are not involved in this.
But I've read a comment from you that you would like to kill every last gay person. Did you actually say that? And would you like that?
People keep on misquoting me about this issue. We have proposed a death penalty in this bill, but actually we can rehabilitate these people and then they come back to normality. That's the path that we would be very much interested in.
But I've spoken to some people while I've been here who have to live in slums where they have to hide away from people. They've been harassed and their lives have been made absolute hell. And if this bill goes through, then it's going to happen to so many more people.
Well, I can assure you that this has been, I think, a planned, deliberate propaganda by the gay movement to suggest that there has a lot of harassment here in Uganda. I've not seen any person being harassed.
But already parents are chasing children away from their homes.
Have you heard of that?
Yes.
I've not heard of that in this society. But
well, maybe you should do some more research.
But what I know is that once we have the legal framework passed, the bill passed, we would expect a parent to report the child to police, and then the law enforcement agencies should take care of that.
What about the people that totally believe that they were born gay and they can't change?
I would be very interested to meet somebody who says he's born gay. I've not heard of that.
I should probably tell you at this point that I am actually a gay man. How does that make you feel?
Well, I think if I had known, it would be a different matter for this interview.
You wouldn't have taken part in the interview?
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
I wouldn't.
Why?
No, I wouldn't.
But why?
And I think it's not professionally right to engage in this.
Okay. And I'm just asking you your views.
And if you are, we could probably ask our police to check if that's right.
Okay. Okay.
Make sure that you are not caught in the act, because if you are, you'll be put in.
No, I'm aware of that, yes. Okay. It was then that David Bahati stopped the interview. As he did so, Steve, our driver, quickly told us we had to get going. He sensed something was very wrong, so we raced back to the hotel. We were told that David Bahati had sent police to a hotel he thought we were staying in to seize the tapes and arrest us. But luckily, he'd got it wrong.
I told Bahati I was gay earlier, and since then it's all gone off. He's been calling our fixer, asking where we're staying. He says that he's called the authorities, and I don't know, I'm just really scared now. I don't know what he's going to do. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm expecting somebody to burst in through that door any minute and arrest me or something. I've never been in a situation like this before.
When I first arrived in Uganda, I was blown away by how vibrant, attractive, and full of life it seemed. But as I headed off to the airport and thought about my time here, I realised if it stayed like it is, I couldn't see myself ever wanting to come back.
Oeganda, het slechtste land ter wereld voor homo's. Dat was ter zake. Heel graag tot een volgende.